Coach, first things first, health updates with your group, including James.
Well, James is, didn't practice today. His ankle's is tender. Don't know how long he's going to be out, but pretty good sprain on his ankle. There's nothing more than that. So we'll see how it goes here the next few days and see how long he's going to be out.
Good to have a few days between games here, breaking up that kind of every other day schedule.
It does. We needed a day like today, practice day, a good hard day, getting back to fundamentals, getting back to what we need to work on, shore up some things defensively, some timing things offensively and spacing. But you can never get as many days enough days like this between games. And not really where it's going to wear you down before your next game. So, we did some things to work on Memphis and work on some things that we're going to face with them, which are a very difficult team to match up to.
Talked about Memphis. You're going to need a big showing from your front court, knowing how strong theirs is.
No question. It's going to be, Gasol and Zach Randolph are probably I don't know what their numbers are, where they rank as far as interior tandem, but they're one of the best in the history of the game, I would say, as far as their high-low action, post-up action, the way those two work together is unbelievable. And Courtney Lee's shooting the ball the way he did probably his rookie year. I think he's shooting like 60-some% from the three. And so they're the typical Memphis grinded-out, grimy team that we've got to get ready mentally for to attack offensively and then defensively. Slow them down with their interior play.
When you try to beat a team like that, are there things inside you can take away, or do you focus on the other areas that they don't excel at to beat them?
Well, you have to take away because they're an inside-out team. There's a typical inside-out team, and you've got to really there's nobody's going to stop them. I mean, we got to make sure we break their rhythm, whether it's playing double teams or whatever that is, or zone or whatever that is, but. We got to make sure we slow their rhythm down. And the number one thing, after the shot goes up, we have to have physical box outs by everyone because they're coming and crashing. They're physically strong. They push you in the back. You got to be ready for that. You can't depend on the official to call it. You got to make sure you take care of yourself in the paint because it's going to be like hand-to-hand combat.
How important for a team like Memphis and for you guys as well is continuity at this point early in the year? Both of you off to quick starts. Both of you kind of have that familiarity of being together now.
Yes, that's a big thing, Josh. Both of us, there's nothing new under the sun between either one of us. They have the same team. They've got the same calls, same plays. Few wrinkles in their offensive sets, but they've added Carter, who's a big plus coming off the bench for them, shooting the ball. But for the most part, they're the same team as we are, except for Lou and James. So, but continuity is big, especially this time of year. But then with that continuity, you got to still continue to improve, to work to get better, and not take things for granted. You got to really make sure you are coming in the gym every day, working to get better, and because it's a long season. We can't be satisfied, and I've said this all year, of where we are now because it's a marathon, it's not a sprint.
We know you subscribe to the next man up philosophy, but with James going down, he's doing a lot for you guys. Ball movement, defense, rebounding, 3-4. How do you address that?
Well, it's going to be a gang effort. Somebody's got to take up that slack. Next man up, just because a man's down, the next guy who's behind him has got to be ready to play, to perform, whoever that is. Whether it's putting DeMar Moore at 3 or whatever the situation may call. We've got to be ready to attack next man up because injuries are part of the NBA. That's why you have 15 men to a roster. So that's why it's important that everyone be ready and prepared to go whenever, at all times. What does Carter do? He does a good job coming off their bench, giving them scoring. He's doing a great job, Doug, of shooting the arc 3 for them. He gives them options with their second group. They have two different teams. Their first team is an inside-out team. Their second unit is strictly a perimeter-oriented team with Carter, Lawyer, all those guys, shooting the 3-ball really well. So we've got to adjust our thinking once they do come in, especially with Vince being a veteran he is. He knows how to get his shots. He knows where to space on the floor, and he hasn't forgotten how to shoot the ball.
Wednesday night for the best of the West versus the East. How excited are you to see a team like Memphis?
Well, I'm not really excited, to see him. I wish we was playing a junior high team or something, but no, it's what you play for. They're one of the top teams in the West, but again, right now it's still too early to say who's the top team, who's not the top team. I don't think anybody really truly knows who they are yet. I think about 15, 20 games, everyone will start to even out and become who they really are. So it's still early. I think Memphis will tell you too that it's too early to say, hey, we're the top team, and I'm saying it's too early to say we're the top team. We got to continue to earn it, continue to get better, and continue to stay hungry.